like these are just the beginning and I'm planning on doing more. Welcome back, doodlers, where I post videos every week. I'm so excited to share with you my bullet journal for 2020. Can you believe we're already in 2020? Not really, because it's actually 2019. I've been working on my 2020 bullet journal since the end of August. So if you like any of my spreads, give it a thumbs up, check out my channel and subscribe. I post videos every week. Already said that. But I give out a lot of free printables, which a bunch are already on my channel, so go check those out. I'm gonna have another video shortly, probably just for trackers, because I'm already like halfway through this bullet journal and I don't even have any like calendars or anything for the month. It's just the beginning and this is where it ends. So if you want to check out my other videos for like these spreads, which aren't in this video, go check out the other video. And happy doodling! Alright, for my very first page, I'm using a Micron 08. I'm obsessed with this page, actually. I figured, why not make your very first page for what it's intended for? I obviously have the Archer and Olive, and the first page is meant for your contact information. So I just used my Micron size 08, and I used my Gold Shadow Jelly Roll and my handy dandy Tombow soft tip, the small soft tip, which I will be using all the time. That is like the #1 tool that I'm going to be using and what most bullet journal junkies use. I blacked out the Archer and Olive and just put on top with the Gold Shadow the Archer and Olive symbol, how it was on there. And then I made my phone number really big with these fancy letters. And then I just added a bunch of stars and filled them in with black and Gold Shadow. All of the products I use in this video will be in the description box. I would really appreciate it if you're going to buy the products anyways to just use my link so I make a small commission and the price does not increase for you. So it's Witchy. Stop for a second, like I forgot what it's peachy meant and I totally used it in the wrong context. Not gonna lie, I just looked it up in the Urban Dictionary to confirm that I definitely used it in the wrong context, so sorry. Alright, on to the next page. This page was super simple, probably took 15 minutes. I used a few of my Bic metallics. I did use some of my Pew2 metallics. I used my gold and silver Pilot. With those guys, the Pilots, the paint markers, they are pretty heavy, so if you don't have 100 GSM paper like I do, then it might bleed through. So I just took my gold and silver and I bordered it kind of like a constellation, but not really. I mean, you can see it. So, and then I took my eraser, and it's better to do it when you do it before your metallics if you can, because the eraser can erase some of the metallic off, but usually I forget and do it afterwards. But the eraser does give it a gradient look when you erase some of it, so it does kind of look cool. And then I just added some washi tape that I actually have had this washi tape for years. I used to use it for when I made hula hoops. Ooh la la. Look up at the stars, not down at your feet. Not going to lie, this page actually took me a while, and it's not that the page was difficult, it was that I was trying to be unique and create my own design, and I think that's just the hardest part, is creating your own design, because I just keep scrolling through Pinterest for inspiration, and then I come up with something and then I'm like, well, how could I make it better? How is it going to be perfect? And sometimes you just have to go with the flow and hope for the best. But this one was pretty planned. If I could go back, I might do the first 3 numbers in plain black and then just the last one in colors, but I really just wanted to do it this way, and I don't regret it, but I think it came out pretty cute. I used my small tip Tombow for brush pen for the black, and I used the Pilot metallic gold and silver for the first 3 letters. And I actually did use my jelly roll for the second letter, and then I just used some gel pens for the last letter, and I went around the stars with my 0.8 micron fine liner, and I used my nail strips washi tape for the bottom. This year I'm really trying to build my Instagram and my YouTube channel, so I would love if you hashtagged Sunflower Child Doodles on your Instagram if you recreate any of my spreads or use any of my printables. I would love to see all of your work, and I would love to spam you, and I'm going to add a hashtag to this page every time someone uses the hashtag, so help me reach my goal. My word of the year page, I used some colors from my muted Tombow dual brush pens, and then I outlined the shadow with my small Tombow tip, and then I made a shadow with a very light gray. And for the year, I just traced year onto thin paper with a normal pen, and then you put the paper down just a little bit and trace the letter again with medium pressure, and then it creates a invisible line, and then you trace the invisible line with the shadow color that you'd like to use, and then it creates a perfect shadow. Look how cool that is. So this year I was like, I don't want to be tied down to one word for the whole year. I was like, how could I get more than one word? So I decided to do an envelope. I could switch it out whenever I want. And I really wanted to include one of these cute envelopes that I got from TJ Maxx. I am obsessed with TJ Maxx. They know me by name there. It's pretty bad. I have to stay away. And there you have it. Word of the year is enjoy. I just want to enjoy life. Leave a comment and let me know what your word of the year is. Now we are on to holidays. Actually, the left side is my spacing key, but I didn't really go into detail with the spacing key because, as you can see, I'm going to be using that tool that is shown on the left, so I'm keeping the spacing key kind of blank. I did count out all of my bullet points, and I did the pages. I marked the pages in fourths and halves, and I'll fill it out as I go along if I need it. I didn't want to spend all this work on it for something that I might not possibly need, so if I do the math, I'll just add it to the key as I go along throughout the year. So for this holidays, I totally regretted making the lines. I hate the lines. I would do this without the lines and then I would be happy, but it was just too cluttered with the lines, and then I went in with the stickers. But I did love how the holidays came out. I got to use some of my gel pens. I did use a micron size 5 for this, and my small Tombow tip for the calendar months. See, right now I'm using the 05 micron and I'm outlining holiday, and then I go in with my U Brands gel pens. There's nothing unique about these gel pens. They were just ones I grabbed from TJ Maxx, but they do work really well. I love finding things at TJ Maxx. I'm obsessed with that store. I'm sure I've already mentioned that earlier. So I thought it was fun to make the holidays into actual holidays. You got the Santa hat, the Easter. I feel like I included almost every holiday throughout the years in the title, so that was fun. I really wanted to use my American Crafts stickers from Hobby Lobby. It's another place I love going. They don't know me by name there, but they do have a lot of workers, so I'm not surprised. That is probably my second most favorite store. Hobby Lobby is just so big and so fun. Alright, back to this. So, I mean, I just went a little crazy with the stickers, but I bought them. I just want to use them. Ooh, this one. I love this one. So I wanted a separate lunar calendar, and I got it, and it's adorable. I used my gold shadow pen, jelly roll, my Tombow small tip, and then I did use a few colors from the Tombow Neutrals palette, and I did go in and make a shadow pretty much on everything, so that is a little bit time consuming. I used a Pew 2 for the calendar months, and I went in with the Micron and I shadowed it, so I pretty much did on kind of like on the bottom and on the right side of each letter. And then everywhere where I put the 05 liner on the calendar month, I went over it on the right side of everything with a very light gray color to really make it pop. I feel like that is the best, is just when everything pops. And to make it pop, you gotta add a shadow. So I flipped the page because I am a lefty. Where are my lefties at? Raise your hand, drop a comment. We're rare. Apparently lefties are very creative, but honestly, I feel like it makes me worse because we have such a hard time with brush pens because we're pushing the brush instead of dragging it, but we definitely can still make it work. And look at this shine. I just love metallics. I added some gold shadow jelly roll to the letters like this, and I'm definitely going to be using a lot of metallics this year. Excuse my nails this year. You're gonna see in another video, I'm gonna have a nails tracker. I am tracking all of the nails I have for the year, like the nail polish I'm using, because I am painting my nails religiously for 2020. I bought a ton of Color Street nail polish and I'm obsessed with it. It's super easy. It's like stick on nail polish and they last like 2 weeks. So I am really excited about it. And here's a close-up of how I do my shadows. Sorry guys, I am like out of breath. This is taking forever. I'm starving. Okay, so I went in with my light shadow and I'm almost done. Make sure we erase everything. And I added a shadow to even the top. And then I went in with my Faber-Castell, another thing I'm going to be using a lot of. And I just rubbed it with my finger, but if you don't want to be that messy, you could just rub it on to a paper napkin and rub it in that way. Look how magical that looks. What a perfect spread to put next to my lunar calendar. I really want to work with the moon, and I've been practicing moon rituals. I like to focus on the new moon, the waning moon, and the full moon, which is what I have tracked on the left side. I think I tracked the new moon, the full moon, and I don't even, I should know this, the third quarter moon, which I think is considered the waning moon. Hopefully it is. And then I just wrote in my rituals. So for the full moon, you reflect. The new moon is known as new beginnings, and the waning gibbous is releasing self-limiting beliefs. And then I underlined each one with my nail washi tape, and I used an old-time font for the title. Now this is another, they're like all my favorite, really. All the like magical, mystical ones, and anything to do with astrology I love. So for birthdays this year, I'm doing sun signs. I'm a genius, I know, right? I'm sure someone's done this somewhere, but I swear I have not seen it on Pinterest, so in my mind, I invented this spread. So I know technically like the year starts with Aries, but in terms of being chronologically correct, I'm just starting with January and then on from the top. That way I physically can understand, kind of like see whose birthday is next in order. I don't know if that fully made sense, but I'm sure you can understand just by looking at my spread. So for this one, I also went over it with, I think it was my 05 micron fine liner and a light gray from my neutrals palette to make everything have a shadow. I feel like it made it pop, and I used the metallics Bic for the signs, and then for the moons I used one of the purples from the neutrals palette. And then I erased everything, and then I went in with my Faber-Castell, and of course I used my finger again, but you probably want to use a napkin. Oh look, I went in with a napkin. I probably realized it was gonna be too much on my skin. And what else did I do? I went in with my Pew2 metallic marker, and voila, there is your spread. I'm obsessed. Let me know if you like it. Thanks for watching.